Welcome to a ranked game of Dune Imperium Digital. We're right into it because my microphone was off during leader select, but I was player 2. I selected Armand. Here are the cards in the Imperium row. So hoping to get that planned coupling with the ring, which I did get, so that's good news. And here are the techs. Helena and Beast were picked before me, and Paul was picked last. So I think I need to use... So this is a little bit annoying. Because what I have to worry about is Helena using her ring to immediately go and take the planned coupling off the board. That's the one I want, which makes me want to play this first. The problem is, you know, I want to play to one of these other spaces, ideally. It's a bit of an awkward hand here, getting all of these cards right now, so I could, you know, look to do a wealth mentat kind of a move. I don't love that. I think I'm gonna go this way. And I'm going to hope Helena doesn't have her ring to play immediately. If she does, I'll be really sad, but I wanted to get the water and potentially set myself up for a future Conspire. Now, I can't actually Conspire next turn, but I could at least send Experimentation to Great Flat and pick up the Spice next turn. So we'll see what happens here. Beast goes to well, so Fold Space still open here. That'll be a tempting target for Helena. If she does have the ring, she might decide she would rather go to Fold Space. Okay, so that's good news. I will get to play my ring. And the question is, where do I want to send it? Honestly, I might go to Arakeen. Just to draw, because I don't like this. I don't like this hand. I'd like to get a reshuffle going. Now, the interesting thing about that is it makes Carthag a bit more tempting, because if I can get a combat intrigue, I could potentially steal this. Although Beast also could have his ring in hand, and then he could kind of take it. So I think... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so we'll take the planned coupling, which is what I wanted. And the interesting thing here is I've got 6 persuasion. I think I'll just leave the 1 troop. Okay, Beast goes secrets. So this 1 troop is going to get me at least 1 spice, which is a good thing. We'll see if it somehow gets me 2. Probably not. I imagine Helena's going to go to... I'd expect her to go to Carthag here. 6 persuasion means I'm probably going to blow up the row. I mean, these are decent... If it weren't for atomics, I would say these are decent cards. Freeman Camp is a great card. Smuggler's Thopter can be good, although not for me. I don't have the guild influence. Spice Trader can be a decent card. Smugglers... Ooh. Okay. Well, let's hope Paul doesn't have the persuasion for this. It seems like he probably has 2 daggers in hand if he's only putting in 3 troops here, so he might not be able to pick this up. Okay, he has 4 persuasion and 1 dagger, so he manages to pull off a conservative 3-troop deployment from Hardy Warriors for this conflict. Nice work there from Louis Gold. I think that's a pretty easy pickup. But he decides to go for the Spice Trader. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I love both of these cards. This is absolutely wonderful. So we'll take Shifting Allegiances. And then we'll take Truthsayer. And I'm very happy with my round 1 card acquisitions here. I got 3 great 3-cost cards. Planned Coupling, Shifting Allegiances, and Truthsayer. There's a nuclear weapon being used, and big stuff gets revealed. So that's Stilgar for Beast here, I'm pretty sure. Kwisatz Haderach, Power Play. It could be Power Play. Kwisatz Haderach, Stilgar, Power Play, Other Memory, Imperium Ceremony. Big stuff. And he does take the Stilgar. And another Freeman Camp is revealed. Okay, so Helena and I are going to tie. We're each going to get 1 spice. She decides to pick Smuggler's Thopter. Makes sense. She's already 1 up there on the guild track. Okay, so, you know, it's only 1 spice for 1 troop. It's all right. All right, there's the Truthsayer. What do I want to do here? I'm tempted to go Spice. Into Selective Breeding is actually not great right now for me. I wonder if I go to Wealth. Or just grab this 2 spice here for free. Maybe pick this up next round. The problem is I might not be able to. Okay, well, I could Conspire right now, actually. What am I talking about? Let's just do that. I can Conspire with the Truthsayer. We'll go with 1 troop again, see what we can get done. Conspire will get me to 5 Solari. Somebody will give me 1, dropping down here relatively soon to 6. So a future Wealth visit should do the trick. Nuke. Okay, we got a nuke. So much for all that beautiful stuff. Now we've got this. Missionaria Protectiva, Sardaukar Infantry, Embedded Agent, Spy Smugglers, Freighter Fleet. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this. Interesting. I don't have to use this. I could keep both daggers here. I honestly wonder... I don't really want to draw a card, actually. I mean, if I draw a convincing argument, great, but I don't want to draw Diplomacy, Ring, Plan Coupling, or Shifting Allegiances, so I think I just actually skip that. I mean, it'd be nice to have the Freighter Fleet. And I am the first one to reveal, so maybe it would have been worth doing it for that, but we'll see what happens here. I just didn't like the idea of wasting any of those. I would really like to get a spice. We'll see if that happens here. I do have the 2 daggers to potentially tie Helena. She might have another dagger in hand. I don't know what Paul has. He might have a dagger in hand. I could think about the Missionar Protectiva, to be honest, because I have Truthsayer and I have Planned Coupling. And the Planned Coupling can even be grafted to the Missionar Protectiva. So, you know what? I think I will take it. Now, one issue that I have at the moment is I haven't been activating my coordination ability to trash because I've been going to faction spaces each round, which I think is what, you know, I think is what I should be doing, but I do want to get some trash going here soon. Paul goes to Airkeen. Okay, so my dreams of getting a spice out of here seem to be dead. Let's do this now. Do I want to go for either of these guys? I mean, this can sometimes go well with the shifting allegiances. I've got to do some work to get that guy going. I'm going to take that. It's a little... I don't know. It's good because I do want to be visiting, you know, those spots to potentially trigger my coordination. And, you know, getting those scarabs throughout the game could be good. But I still need to get, you know, one... If I go that way, I suppose I could get there more quickly. 2 research if I go that way. Or, you know, 3 research if I go this way. Okay, the final atomic bomb has been used. I'm the only one with nukes still available. Here are the cards at the moment. Another Truthsayer. This clandestine meeting actually could be decent for me. Potentially. If I graft it with the planned coupling. I guess that's my only graft card, so it's not great. Paul also takes Truthsayer. Desert Ambush appears. Alright, so I'm getting nothing out of here, unfortunately. Maybe should have put in a couple troops there instead of just the one. Who knows what everybody else would have done. You know, it may have been only worth 1 spice even then, but 1 spice would have been good so that it's easier to activate this, because I potentially play these together then and rocket up the Bene Gesserit track, for example. All right, Beast takes the victory, goes up to 2 points. So points pretty even at the moment. 2, 1, 2, 1. Here is my hand. Nothing good for me to take with the ring at the moment. Could take a liaison, but I don't think I want to be adding liaisons in at this time. Okay, so this is awkward because I think I need to actually... Yeah, I'm just at 6 Solari here. Beast is going to get Swordmaster coming up. I'm kind of thinking I have to send Ring to Imperial Basin to get 1 spice, which is why I would have liked to have gotten spice last out of that combat, but I didn't. So if I send Ring here to get 1 spice, then I could send Plant Coupling plus Shifting Allegiances to Selective Breeding. It would draw my Diplomacy, which is kind of not good, but I do want to get some trashing happening here. It might even be worth mentating. But if I mentat, it's going to make it harder to get to Swordmaster. Although, it's already going to be kind of hard to get there. Mentat, if I draw Reconnaissance, I'm going to feel pretty bad about it. I mean, I can just do this, I guess. Okay, I'm going to do this and this. It's going to be a while before I can actually get anything out of that, so is it the greatest play? Maybe not. But it is nice to be able to do that every once in a while with the Shifting Allegiances, so I feel it's worth setting it up. And also, maybe this 3 Solari could be useful for me. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Might have been better just to actually continue to move up here, unlock Siege Tabor. We shall see. We'll also see if I can win this conflict. It's going to be kind of tough to do it if I, go to secrets, which is my only option. Now, I can't go to selective breeding anymore. And earlier, when I was saying I could send the Planned Coupling with the Shifting Allegiances to selective breeding, you probably were like, hey, Bludgeon, that's 4 spice. You would only have 2. I'm only just realizing that. Yeah, or I realized a little while ago, but I'm telling you now, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. Anyway, I had to choose between activating the Shifting Allegiances or doing a selective breeding. Oh man, I do want to get trashing done though, so I am thinking about doing the mentat, even though it hurts. It hurts my march to Swordmaster, which I really don't like, because getting the Swordmaster also makes it much easier to get more trashing in later. So I'd be kind of sacrificing future power, including trashing power, for getting a trash right now to get rid of a dagger, which would be good. But there's also just this conflict sitting here, which also would give me a trash. So maybe I just sacrifice the Planned Coupling here. Beast has 1 agent left. I think I need to win this. So let me just go here. I'm not going to play that. I'll keep the Diplomacy there. And I can potentially get 2 trash out of this. Interesting. I think I have to do that. Beast, where's his signet ring? Oh, his signet ring is used. Okay, I think that should be good. Acquire a card for 3, no. This will be interesting. So it's definitely not ideal that I didn't get this done. But if I can get a victory point and this trash and my coordination trash, you know, it's not too bad. Beast goes to Still Suits with Stilgar. Which is kind of a relief. He could have maybe taken this conflict from me. Doesn't deploy anything. So with my reveal here for 5, do I take the carryall? I don't know. This is nice if I can graft it with this, but that's it. There's a little bit of danger in trashing 2 daggers, but at least I have the subject and the truth sayer if I really need to for an extra green. I might actually blow this up with 5, see if I can find something overpowered here. Oh yeah, in play, in play, in play. Oh, okay. Forgot about that. Well, we'll get rid of a convincing argument. And oh, there's a usurp there. Let's see what we can get here. Okay. Okay, I think I take the power play here. I can definitely use a power play. Now, nobody has nukes left, and here's what's left. Negotiated Withdrawal, Benny Tlaylock's Researcher, also a good card. Treachery, obviously great card. Scout, not so great. And Guild Bankers, good card. So there's good stuff there. From the tanks and Usurp available here. Beast has 2. Does he take a Liaison? So I'm hoping this coming round to go to Wealth and Swordmaster, I think. All right. Victory is mine. And we'll lose a dagger quite happily. But I did not draw green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 green cards. I got rid of that dagger. 5 green, and I didn't get any... That's painful. That is painful. Okay, there's Solari in this conflict, which means Paul... Good chance Paul is going to be able to get Swordmaster next round ahead of me. God damn it. Troop transports for Helena. Memo quarters there. Memo quarters there. But again, I have no green. Also no spice. If I wanted to, I could go to fold space and use the strong arm to take that. Do I really want to do that? I think maybe I do, because Helena might be thinking of going to fold space here. Okay, Paul's going to take tech negotiation probably and bump up guild. I mean, tech negotiation, memo quarters, and bump up guild. So I won't be shipping next round. There could be some logic in going to smuggling to set up for the future. Is it worth it to do that? I mean, Helena, if she has a fold space, she could also get her Solari from wealth, so there's no way I'm going to stop her getting the 2 Solari if she has, you know, her diplomacy, which she does not. Oh man, I feel like this is tricky stuff. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I just feel like doing it. I just feel like it. Okay. And then we'll see what I can do with the rest of this. You know, I would like to send experimentation to smuggling so that I'm set up for, you know, a potential interstellar shipping in a couple of rounds. If I can't do that, then it's probably Carthag. Beast and Helena fighting here. Either one of them will have Swordmaster money, but I have mine ready to go for my first agent action next round, and it's not possible for me to miss it next round. So the problem would just be if Paul happens to get to 8 here. Which he could if he smuggles down. Once again, unfortunately, I will not be activating my coordination. This play was kind of whatever. You know, that strong arm could have been used later, but it just felt like, you know what? Let me just, like, annoy Helena. She was clearly going for it. Let me just take it. It gets me the Solari I want, which I could have gotten from just going to wealth, but it also gets me that alliance. And, you know, maybe I end up having to fight for that, but I do have the shifting allegiances, so, you know, if somehow Helena ends up snatching that from me, I can just give that back to get influence elsewhere, or if she gets one ahead of me, I could potentially use the shifting allegiance to leapfrog her, so, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do that. Alright, so Paul's going to get 2 Solari here, but luckily that's not 3. So I should be able to get Swordmaster next round, and I have this which is good. This is going to get me another intrigue card. Okay, well. Not exactly super useful at this time. Beast goes for a Dreadnought. Still has another agent. Picks up Chaumerkey at the same time. Shuttle Fleet now available. Flagship Shuttle Fleet Spaceport. Expensive techs there. I have no spice and no water. Eight for Helena does... Oh, she probably takes the treachery. Yeah. I'll take this if I can. She takes a guild administrator as well. So she seems to really want to fight for this guild alliance, which, like I said, if she does, it's not that big a deal to me. Researcher gone. Okay. Yeah, so I'll take this. And I will not take anything else because I can't. Still seems to deploy the Dreadnought. And then it'll come down to intrigue cards. Beast has 3, Helena has 2. Helena also has artillery. No swords for... Oh yeah, Helena has already revealed though. So it's going to come down to the intrigue cards. Beast picks up the guild bankers. Spiritual fervor is there. All right, so no conflict intrigues or combat intrigues on Helena. Harvest cells. Okay, she just reclaims forces here. You know, I might... send the ring to Swordmaster to pick this up for the research. Because I really do want to be able to get to here before I have to play this subject. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Because I might end up drawing the subject this round depending on what happens. Okay, and I'm going to go this way for the trash. I mean, I could just immediately get rid of this. I don't want to trash the dagger out of hand because I might end up discarding it with Truthsayer. I could lose a reconnaissance, but I honestly think... I might just immediately get rid of this. Interstellar shipping was there for me, but if I had done that, Helena would take Swordmaster and I wouldn't get there. And I just wanted to get the Swordmaster. So, you know, will I ever go to interstellar shipping? It's hard to say. Where do I want to use this power play? Shuttle fleet picked up by Paul. Training drones shows up. What would I want to draw? Power play here unlocks this for me. Water would be kind of good for me to get a hold of, to be honest. But it is also interesting to be set up right there. Yeah, I'm just sick of having no water. That's the thing here. I'm gonna use this to draw. And that's the reason why. I'm throwing one in here just because nobody has any troops. So there's a good chance I get some value out of it. I went with this. I wanted to draw that because, you know, it just gives me options. I can play this somewhere, or I can play the Truthsayer somewhere. And maybe I end up playing the Truthsayer instead. I mean, I could play the Truthsayer to Mentat and still play this. I don't know what that really accomplishes for me, though. But, like, I might rather go to Siege Tabor and get some water. Giving me an opportunity to research station, which could be important for getting that guy going. How much do I have to worry about this guild alliance? I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let me get some more water. And I'll go ahead and get Emperor influence there. Not going to deploy. So this is coming up here. And I can immediately send Shifting Allegiances to Interstellar Shipping, which is kind of cool, which means I could theoretically even, if I wanted to, I could steal this Freeman Alliance. We have an empty tech stack already. Okay. All right, we'll get rid of this dagger here. I'll pass on all of that. Guild bankers make spice must flow cheaper, but not cheap enough when you only have one persuasion to go with it. So I want Solari, obviously, for this, if for no other reason. I like having some available for Mentat or maybe a High Council. I'm not sure if it's going to be a High Council game, but at the very least, I do want to have Solari for this. So this 4 Solari for 1 troop is really... really good value for me. We'll give a cheer for that. Beast and I tie things up. Paul is the last one without a sword master. Here's the subject X137. At the moment, there's no way for me to research because I don't have a card to get there. But I think this is the play. Maybe I actually just throw this away to draw a card. I've got plenty of other stuff anyway. Let's do it. See what we get. Okay, that could get me to Research Station. Advance. Recall. Spice. Let's do it. I just kind of can't resist. I love fighting for alliances. So I'll drop here. Go up here. And then we shall see. It was Helena that had the treachery, right? So maybe I should be defending this. Maybe I should be defending that. She plays her guild thing over here. Does she want to fight me for this? Or does she just go for some other things that she needs? We'll see. Okay, she does. So... do I send Diplomacy to Fold Space now to defend it? Because if she has the Treachery in hand, which she doesn't have this. She does have that, though, for the future. Like, she might be thinking she wants to Treachery that right now. She has 4 spice. Problem is, doing that prevents me from kind of doing what I want to do, which is Research Station and then Subject X137. So maybe I just end up giving that up. I want to research so that I can go here, bringing me to there, getting me my first genetic marker so that I can play this to get another Tleilaxu point, maybe even the spice. The research drawing me cards could also maybe trigger a negotiated withdrawal or even a Missionara Protectiva, which could do some other work for me. So I think that's going to be what I do. And then we'll just let Helena do her thing here. Holtzman engine. Round 7 is coming up. I've got no spice. Helena's probably going to be haylinering next round with the Guild Accord if she can draw it. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I really want to get to Mentat with the subject. Yeah. We'll just do 1 because if there's no point putting in 2. I need to get in 3 to make this work. So what I want to do now is subject to Mentat to get that Tleilaxu point. Then maybe Missionaria Protectiva to one of these spots to get more troops in, get an influence, and then get another influence by retreating. And it's possible I could even lock up that Guild Alliance with that sequence of maneuvers. We'll see if the Mentat happens, though. It easily could not happen. If it doesn't happen, then I unfortunately, I think, have to just play the Missionaria Protectiva and not play this. Okay, there's the treachery. So I kind of thought that was going to happen earlier, and just now I had a little bit of hope it wouldn't. But that's all right. So that was the reason of playing to the fold space, was to prevent her from playing that treachery. But it's fine. So this is where I'll be losing influence with the, where is it? Shifting allegiances in future rounds. And you know what? Maybe I should have even just preemptively lost it there, even though I had the alliance. Maybe I should have just, you know what? Let me just give that one away. And then I would still be at 2 with Emperor here. I will get to trash from play. I wonder if it's time to lose the signet ring. Okay, Paul timing out here, and the AI is taking over for Paul. So no more Paul this game. Paul does get Swordmaster. Let me get that Mentat right now. Gets me a convincing argument, gets me the point and the spice. Love getting that spice. The convincing argument, what does that mean? Any reason to go to Arakeen? I don't think so. I mean, the only reason to do it would be just to, like, these cards aren't all that impressive, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to just get something out of the way so I can draw these better cards more quickly next round. That might be a reason to do it. but I'll still end at 7 or 6 persuasion. Would I take a Worm Riders? Probably. And where am I taking my influence with this now? I think I will just lock that up while I'm at it here. Yeah, especially with Beast doing this. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to take that. No? Okay, thank God. Just a little too late, Helena. I got there before you. This Missionaria Protectiva is doing work for me this game. I love it. I love it. This classic card, man. Classic card that doesn't... Okay. It doesn't often get used, but sometimes it does. So is it the card just to get this stuff out of the way? Or is it Carthag to hope for some kind of like plans within plans? Maybe I just go to Carthag. That'll give us Solari to Beast, but that's all right. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it could also be water. Water would allow a potential great flat. That's interesting. Or another research. I don't know if I necessarily need the research. Let's see what we get. Interesting. Okay, well, first things first. I'm going to leave one in there because I would like to get Solari here. I'm going to be retreating 3 troops with this. But the 1 will stay in to get me to Solari. And even tie with Beast potentially to deny him that intrigue card. We will see about that. Have I even played Diplomacy this game? Have I played Diplomacy this game? I actually don't know. Okay, while I'm here, let me take a moment to shout out some new members of the channel. Big cheers to Rob, Jirayu, Bura Pachip, Asuba, Omari, Gabort1, Aaron Crossland, Jason Wilcox, and Socrates82. Thank you so much for becoming members of the channel and supporting what I do and getting access to the bonus content, including the stream VODs and the weekly Members Monday video. If you would like that stuff, you can click the join button just down here to become a member of the channel. Also, shout out to Tannel, who was the latest member of the 1 year club. Thank you, Tannel, for being a member for a year. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all the members, and thank you to all the Twitch subs as well for supporting what I do and liking what I do enough to want more of it. I really do appreciate it, and it helps me do what I do here. So thank you so much. Okay, let's take a look at what got acquired there. Usurp goes on the top of the deck for Paul. Shifting Allegiances to the top of the deck for Paul. Paul making some big moves here. The Paul AI. Dissecting Kit got picked up by Helena. Okay. And we're going to reveal here. And I'm going to retreat troops. And I think I'm going to move up on Emperor. It puts me within reach of a Shifting Allegiances to get troops there. Let me trash. I think it's time. I could get rid of Convincing Argument. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a Spice Must Flow. I could also get rid of a Ring. We'll get rid of the Ring here. No to this stuff, I think. Worm Riders. I mean, even Cheney for a water right now wouldn't be the worst. I can't resist the Worm Riders. I don't know if I should take it, but I can't resist it. Helena wins. Beast and I tie for 2 Solari each, so I've got this thing here. Helena needs a couple of spice if she wants to activate her guild Accord. Beast has a lot of garrison, also has the spice to just straight up Hayliner right now, so probably will if he can. What do I want to do? I probably want to selective breeding if I can with the fold space and just draw 3. Okay, still got a Hog a Basin. Beast wants even more spice. Is he going for flagship, potentially? Helena loves sending that Smuggler's Thopter to shipping. Usurp! Okay, well that draws a card. Doesn't really do a whole lot else, but I guess you might as well. So that's going to be 3 cards for Paul there. Ooh. Yeah, so this is my play. I'm not going to use that because I might want to send that to secrets. Ooh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Beast is going for another Dreadnought and flagship. I think I need to shifting allegiances, drop here, jump up here to get that alliance. Just to keep it away from Paul. I mean, we'll see if Paul takes it right now, though. I don't think I can realistically win this conflict. Ah, crap. Okay, so then I think in that case... Oh, this is a little bit... damn. I'm not going to be able to use this now. I'm 1 water short of this. If I had taken the water instead of that intrigue card earlier, I should have. Should have, for sure. Because now it's pretty tough. Well, I can play these together. It's a little weird. I'm not going to deploy anything yet because I just want to see what's going on. I could have put in one, but I'm kind of saving them up for rapid mobilization potentially next round. Potentially even this round, probably not. Yeah, not this round, but maybe next round. Right, there's the Gilded Cord Hayliner for Helena. I mean, one could have gotten me an intrigue card, but that's a little dangerous, to be honest. Okay, let them go crazy over this. And I'm going to be not playing diplomacy yet again. Okay, what's Paul going to do with that? Shifting allegiances. Wait, nothing? Okay. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, I think I have to do this. Drop here, go up here. Yeah, I'd put one in, but then I could get secrets next round, so I don't think that's a good idea. And I think I just want to keep them all for next round. I'll just be reclaiming forces. I mean, honestly, maybe I reclaim forces for even more troops just to like really maximize this. Maybe that's the play because, okay, I could get to here, but I'd still need 2 more and it's not really looking good for that. Like this guy would give me 1. So let's say I go here. Then I play that thing I get here. That's a tough call. Maybe I end up getting there. But if I go troops... we'll lose this. Do I take this just to keep it away from Helena? Do I take this? Is that necessary? Do I just skip it all? I'm going to go this way. Don't know if it's the best, but that's what I'm going to do. Is that guy helpful to me? Not really. Helena snags for humanity. So I'm kind of hoping that I can win without those 2 extra troops I would have gotten from here. And then maybe, you know, that point might end up being needed. I don't know. It's kind of the greedy way to do it, but it's like simultaneously greedy and conservative. It's greedy because I'm hoping I can win the next conflict without those 2 extra troops. But it's conservative in the sense that I'm playing for maybe like around 9, because I'm probably not going to get there next round. I do have the Worm Riders also coming up to help me win the next fight. Looks like Beast has disconnected here. So it seems like we've got potentially 2 quitters in this game. It's always suspicious when someone disconnects after they lose a big fight that they've really invested for. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be coincidence. Could be. But it's suspicious. That is for sure. All right, it's a battle for Carthage. So this would be a good one for me to win. Beast, though, has control, so he gets the bonus. Shifting allegiances can get me the Bene Gesserit alliance here. Helena's favorite play, flopped her to shipping. I think she's done that at least 3 times this game. At least. Why did it only show 1 card draw, though? Mentat gone. Okay, I probably wasn't going to be Mentatting just because of the Solari requirements here. It's a little bit of a weird hand. There's not really a good way for me to draw any cards. I think I just have to... I think I have to do this. Okay. Okay. Well, this is a pretty big card to find because with this negotiated withdrawal, I can retreat troops. Although the problem is I have to actually get another one in for that to work. And the only card I have to do that is Worm Riders, which I'm sort of relying on to win me this conflict. That's a little bit awkward. But I probably go for it. Because if I can retreat the troops, I can get this guild influence here, and then this is worth 2 victory points. Right now it's worth 1. We're waiting for Speng to time out here. Yeah, the quitting is annoying because there's really not much of a disincentive for people to quit, or there's not much of an incentive to not quit. Like I typed in the chat here, Direwolf mentioned, like, when Rise of Ix and Ranked first came out, they talked about, oh yeah, we've got a karma system coming in the next couple of weeks to deal with that. And just nothing. Just never happened. Okay. Like, I can do this, then I can do this, but I want to do it the other way. I want to retreat the troops, then throw them back in, right? So, this is a little awkward. This is worth 6 strength, but this is the only way that I can get the retreat to happen. Also, if I were to go to Carthag, that opens me up to a secrets, which I definitely don't want. So it would have to be here. I mean, that's 2 strength instead of 6. But it's a victory point here. Lots of intrigue cards over here. Still a potential Hayliner from Beast, so I might not even be able to win this conflict regardless. So I'm going to go for this. And there's the Hayliner. Yeah, so, you know, if I had taken the extra troops instead of moving this along, I think I still had no chance to win, it turns out. Right? So this would be 14 strength, but if I had 2 more, it'd be 18. Still not good enough. Now, I didn't know what hand I was going to draw. So it's whatever. I mean, I can get 1 more intrigue card by playing the subject to, like, tech negotiation here. And then I can just burn this because it doesn't really matter. I guess it might matter for beating Helena for 2nd, denying her a potential intrigue card. I don't like this, but it's probably okay. I guess I just send this here, actually. More spice for a potential tiebreaker. And then I really don't care about this. Again, it would be nice to do it. But I don't have to worry about... Yeah, let's just do this. We'll see what this intrigue is. Okay, that's not doing anything. So Beast could secrets, Paul could secrets. Secrets would be a potential disaster. So I think I have to just burn this and, you know, not care too much about that. Because I can't, I mean, it'd be like a 1 in 4 of losing the plans within plans. But I can't really afford that. I just can't afford it. So I'll be giving Helen a 2nd place. Who knows? Maybe she gets... Corner of the Market wouldn't do it. She does have 10 Solari, so she could potentially find an end game there. She gets the final Tleilaxu point. I suppose that's an intrigue card I could maybe have looked for, is that final Scarab there. And there's the secrets. I mean, it's a 75% chance I wouldn't have lost that, but it's 2 victory points. I can't take a 25% chance of losing 2 victory points here. Whatever. Whatever. Does Paul have... No, he doesn't have the point from Memo Quarters. Beast has a Chalmerkey. Helena doesn't have any points there. She has 2 intrigue. She's about to get a 3rd intrigue. I'm missing... Yeah. Oh, she had an ambush anyway. Okay. Yeah, for Grand Conspiracy, I have the influence, but that's it. So 3 alliances, not bad. I mean, that's shifting allegiance. All right, Beast ends up winning that conflict. I get the plans within plans. Grand Conspiracy doesn't do anything. To the Victor obviously doesn't do anything. And... there we go. So I get a victory with Armand, which is nice. It'd been a little bit since I'd played him. And it was an interesting game. I feel like I had so many... I had so many cards that I just couldn't play them all. So many good cards that I couldn't play them all. Like... I honestly don't know if I ever played Diplomacy. I honestly don't know if I ever played it. I'm curious to like go back and look. Love the Mission R Protectiva of this game. That was like the MVP, I feel like. I mean, not really. The Shifting Allegiances was the MVP, but this is like an MVP in my heart. You know what I mean? Just because it's a card that very rarely gets to do its thing, but when you can, I mean, it's amazing. Get an influence of your choice as an agent effect is like crazy, right? That's what For Humanity does as a 7-point card. This is a one persuasion card. The planned coupling was kind of funny because I never actually played it to a Bene Gesserit spot, I don't think. I think I just kept grafting it to other stuff just to draw a card, but it did combo with the Bene Gesserit in the Mission R Protectiva, right? I played them together at least once, which was a nice move, which is one of the reasons I picked this up to begin with, was because I had the planned coupling. Getting that planned coupling was the reason that I took Armand, hoping to get the ring. And I maybe for the first time in like what feels like 2 months, I picked Helena or Armand, hoping for the ring, and I actually got the ring. Usually, I feel like when I pick a leader hoping for the ring, round 1, I don't get it. On average, I'm sure it's balanced, but at least in recent history, that's been the feeling. So yeah, it worked out well. It just really worked out well. It just came together. I mean, look at all this influence power. I got 1 activation of the shipping with the ring, but that's what got me the Freeman Alliance. You know, I gave up on the Guild Alliance. It worked out fine. And I got the plans within plans just to seal the deal. I would have been fine without it, it turns out, but That just kind of was a perfect intrigue card to get there. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Of course, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. You can click the little notification bell so you make sure to know as soon as new stuff comes out. There's a new hype feature. People have been clicking the hype button, which is like a super like button or something. I appreciate people who are doing that. You can join the Discord to keep in touch and keep up to date with everything going on. Find out about impromptu streams before they happen, any news, chat with other Dune fans in there, and become a member of the channel if you want to support what I'm up to here and get more stuff for you. That's what it's all about, really. Click the join button here, and that'll get you access to stream VODs. So all streams that I've ever done on YouTube are available for you there. Typically, one game usually from a stream will be picked out and put up as its own video, but usually there's 1 or 2 games that don't, so there's extra stuff there. And some people prefer the stream vibe, just watching the whole thing from start to finish for 3 or 4 hours, maybe put it on when you're going to sleep. I know I do that with stuff. Anyway, that's it. So thanks everybody so much. Oh, and of course you get the Members Monday video as a member. So that comes out every Monday. A game recorded just for members of the channel. And thank you to the Twitch subs as well. So if you want to get Twitch VODs, you can sub on Twitch. That'll unlock Twitch VODs for you. And that's another way to support the channel as well. And Prime subs do it. And it doesn't cost you anything if you already have Amazon Prime. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.